Hello and welcome. How are you doing, my friend? And next I am planning to show you that how to replace this automatic gearbox and automatic transmission filter in this Toyota Camry car. And first step is that I need to lift up this car body that we can look this oil sump and gearbox sump area. Okay, and here we have this car's this engine, and in that area we have their oil sump, and then in here there's exhaust manifold, and in here this is our target area, and there we can see that there is automatic oil drying bolt in here, but now I am not planning to open that, but I am planning to open this whole automatic transmission, this oil sump, and for that purpose I need 10 mm this socket, because there is a lot of these bolts in here, and also in here there is about 20 pieces, and next I am planning to take those all out, and for that job, when I am planning to take those all out, I need also that black canister what is in here, because soon there is coming oil, and that's I need to drain all those gearbox liquid, those oils in that box, and then when we look in here up, next I start to open these bolts in here, and I take my socket. Okay, and we need that job 10 mm socket, like 10 10 mm socket, and it fits in these bolts in here, like in that way, in this position, and it fits. And then note, we need also this bar that I can open. There is this my tool in that way, and then when I start to rotate these, note that these are not, they are quite easy to open. There is not much force when I start to open these bolts, and let's look in here, and there is like one bolt in here, and then when I rotate that in this way, I take one bolt out. You can see that how big, and actually they are really small. They look like they are so small, and very thin bolts, extremely thin. And then I do so that because quite soon oil is coming out, I open these areas in here, that side, that area in here more, and then when I open that lines what is like in this rear areas bolt, then I can drain out this oil in that way to my canister, and soon when I little bit open all of these bolts, oil start to drain out in that position, and soon we continue. Okay, and now I have opened almost all bolts. There are still a couple left, and oil is a little bit draining out, and then when we have opened like all bolts, like couple of revs, we can little bit test that how much there is oil soon coming, and now I think that I can open that side. What is in here? This area in here. That I can take that rear areas all of these bolts away in that way, and there is this one, and then I take next one. Sorry, and then that one, and then that one out. And there is that, and soon oil should come in here, and then a little bit more that, and okay, and there are those, and then I open a little bit that one and that one in here, but I keep these bolts in here. And now when I like that oil start to come out, I need to do so that I take my screwdriver, that kind of screwdriver, and I insert that in here, in that side, and I start to bend. There's good U in that position, and I have flathead screwdriver, and I insert that in here, and carefully I hope that there is not too much oil in that way. It is still quite stuck, but maybe if I use my hammer, okay, good. Now oil is there. Excellent. Good. Okay. Now oil rain comes. Good. There's oil coming, and okay, good. And then let's look that where this oil are draining. This is like oil rain. A little bit more. Oil is raining. This is not good shower place, but there is oil coming, and then I only wait so long that all oils are away, and I little bit bend. Good. There is oil coming. It's rains nicely. And then I insert even a little bit more my, and then when I have drained out all of these oils, we continue. And it takes a couple of minutes that oils are out. Okay, and now when oils they have mostly dried out, then I can open also these final screws in here, in that area, and then be carefully when I take that all oils out. There is little bit oil in that area, and carefully move that in that position, and then oils drop to canister. But next I plan to take this all final bolts out, and then this automatic gearbox oil sump is free, and only a couple of bolts, and then this you can see. Okay, now there came more suddenly this oil, and be carefully, because it is not nice to get oil against our head. Okay, still. Okay. And look, this is good position where I inserted that my this is target area. But now this oil sump is open, but this area is bigger. Okay, now, and it's bigger, and now we can see also in the inside. Nice, and this is good view. And then only final couple of screws away, and then this oil sump is free, and there is my tool. And remember, do not lose these bolts, because they are specific Toyota's bolts, and if you lost these bolts, please go to visit nearest Toyota dealership center, and they will give similar high quality bolts, because this is not a standard bolt, specific gearbox oil sump bolt. And if we use anything other bolts, there is risk of this oil leak. Okay, and soon I believe that there is only couple of these bolts left, and then I can take this. I think that maybe this could be like last one, and then I can take this oil sump actually quite nicely away. And again, there is this oil sump. It looks like that. Okay, now this is fine. And then we can right away go to look that what this looks like. And there is this old oil filter in here, and there are those solenoids in there. And soon we continue. Okay, and here is this my oil sump, what I took away, and there is still left that oil, and that's we need clean cotton cloth, and these are magnets. Okay, and there is interesting, there are some metallic dirties in there, and when we look in this our oil sump, we can see that these parts collects these metallic particles, and that's when I clean that more. I can clean these things, we can see more. Okay, and next I clean that area totally. Okay, and then when I have this oil sump in here, it is important to note that there are 3 magnets in here. 1, 2, 3, and based on these we can see that how much there is metallic worn out particles in here, that what is our gearbox situation, because if this is full of metal, then we can think that these metals, these parts, they have came from our gearbox gears, and there I can see a little bit metallic, and this is bad, a little bit bad signal, but of course it is not so critical because this gearbox mileage, this driving amount is about 300,000 miles, and that is normal. But next it is important that I take clean cotton cloth and I clean all of these metallic magnets what are in here in that way, and I clean all of this, and then I insert this in weight in here, and then I take next one. And it is important, if we have any slippery in our car, that when we clean these, then these magnets, they collect more these metallic particles and our automatic transmission works better if there is anything slippery. Okay, now they are quite clean, and then I need to clean totally also this area, that I clean that, and next I take a little bit more cotton cloth. Okay, and now I continue my cleaning, and there is my cotton cloth, and now there is idea that I need to clean all of these things very carefully, and then I take again fresh area, and also in that area in here, this is our drying out bolt, and I clean that, and then I clean these gasket sides and in this area also. And then remember that when we are planning to insert that automatic oil drying bolt back, there is this gasket in that way. Please purchase new gasket in Toyota dealership center, and it fits in there right away. And then there is also possibility that if you have high quality this sealant glue, we can use also that, but it is not so good than this new gasket. Okay, but now I have cleaned that, and then remember to insert these magnets back, one in there and second in there. Okay, good. That way, and then third one in that area. Good. Now we have those magnets in there. Good. Okay, and then no any trash or no any sand in here, and this area is ready. And then I only check that. Okay, this looks good. Excellent. And then we go to look this our gearbox inside area. Okay, and then when we look in here this automatic gearbox inside area, we can see first solenoid in here. Its position is, let's go to look closer. This is solenoid in here, in that one. And then when we look in more, can we see more? Yes, there is second solenoid in this position. In here, two solenoids, and can we see even maybe more? In that position we can see only two solenoids. Second is in there, and next one is in there. One and two solenoids. And there is this air, this oil filter, and next I need to take these bolts out, and let's look that what this filter looks like. And before of that I need to take this cable out, and soon we continue. Okay, and now when I am planning to take this filter out, note there is more electric cable what goes in there, and there is small clip in here, and I need to take this cable in that way out, and then I need to open this 10 millimeter 10 millimeter these bolts in here, and first one is in here in that way, and then there's next one is in here. I take that out, and one is in here. Okay, and then note, there's oil, still oil coming. Be carefully, again oil is draining. And please drain all of these oils in this canister. Just like how I have made. Okay, and then let's continue. Interesting that there's oil. Now I take this first bolt out, and it's look. Okay, look, and this is quite long bolt. First one, and then here's second. But before that, I think that I open this side. There's okay, there's also long 10 millimeter bolt. And this was actually longer. Look. That one, this is a little bit longer. This one comes in here, and then what is a little bit longer comes in here. Note that these bolts are different length, and this longer comes in here. And what about then this final bolt? What is this one's length? Let's look. And then keep also your hand in here, because now this filter is almost free. Okay, now it's there. Okay, yes, I managed to keep that. And there is still oil. Look, oil in inside. Okay, oil is dropping out. And now I insert this my filter in that position, and filter is in there, and then we can look in there, and look, there is icing. Icing is the maker of this gearbox. Okay, and then we go to look this my filter closer. Okay, and this back installation happens so that there is this hole, and it goes in that hole in that way. It is easy. There is hole, and then two bolts, and one in here. And remember that these two shorter bolts, they comes in here in that way. A little bit rotation, and then in here. Good. And then I insert those bolts. Okay, and now I am installing this oil filter back, and then remember that this longer bolt, that one, it comes in here in that position, and I believe that it, when it is there, it goes nicely in that position, in that way. And then I have in here one bolt what came in here, and then I take my 10 millimeter tool, and I fasten this bolt. And Toyota's parts, they are easy to install. Bolts rolls and runs easily. Now it's in there, and then that side there was this one bolt. In that way, and then this wire, please remember to install in that socket in that way. Now it's position, and then I fasten these bolts about in this in 20 Newton meters. 20 Newton meters. That way and that one also. It's good. Okay, and this filter is fine, excellent. And then we start to install this oil sump back. Okay, and now when I am planning to install that oil sump back, I recommend always to purchase new this original gasket, what is in that area, this tin, this material, what I am now moving. But now I am planning to use, if you think that you have high quality gasket glue, like I have this Sikasil gasket, brand is Sika, it comes from Europe, Switzerland, it's like quality like Swiss chocolate. If you have ever taste sweet chocolates, Toblerone, it is nice chocolates, good quality. And this is similar quality car gasket glue, and I am planning to install that red silicone in these areas. But before of that I need to little bit sandpaper that area, and I have in here a sandpaper, and I little bit do this thing harder in that way. This is like not best sandpaper, but better than nothing. And now I little bit sand this, and this purpose is that when I sandpaper this little bit better, then this glue takes better contact. And now look in here. This is, we can look that closer. But what is there happening? There is this thing like in here, and now this is shiny. But when I use this my sand disc, you can see that there are those scratches, and these scratches, they are important. Then we have better friction, and in here I scratch this carefully. That way. Now there's more scratches, and now I think that this is even better. And then the final step is that because in gearbox and oil areas every dirt particles is back, we need this compressed air. And here is my compressed air, and then carefully I throw away all of these things in here. Good. Now it's clean, and then I take this my gasket glue. Please use Sikasil gasket or something else, high quality gasket glue what is made in England or then in USA, and they are good quality. And then there is my tool, and when I press that in here, this glue start to come in. Okay, and actually it came in there. And I insert, and then I insert this my glue in all areas in here, in that way. and all areas same amount of this stuff. It is important. And in here and then when I have pressed that way, good. Now it's fine. I take final step is my finger, and with that finger I insert same amount of this gasket glue in all areas. This is critical. That all areas there must be this gasket glue that way, and if there is too much, it's good to take away, because too much gasket glue is not cool. Okay, now I think that this is quite fine, quite nicely. Maybe in here we have too much this stuff. Okay, we'll take this away, because this is not good that this gasket glue is inside in here, because it can make those gearbox issues, and that's take all extra this glues away in here inside area. Okay, good, and magnets are there, and then we can go to install that back in this our gearbox area. And please take some screws, these bolts with you, that we can install that, and let's go to do that next. Okay, and there is this area, and here came this oil sump, and then I need to only remember that in what position did this came, and I check that where are those bolts, and maybe there is this sign in here, and in that sign there is also this cut. Okay, and then it's like Toyota way, and then I install that in this way, and oil dry bolt is in there, and then in carefully, and I have bolt in here, and I insert first bolt in here. Now it goes in there good, and then I start to rotate, and then I check that how these bolts are going good, and then I start to rotate these bolts in there, and this part is critical, that bolts are taking contact. Okay, I take my socket, and in that part we have to be careful that if we move that oil sump too many times, we destroy our gasket glue. And now when I rotate these bolts, remember that only a little bit rotation, not too much, because this is like only setting purpose. And then next bolt in there, and this bolts goes nicely, and then I install all of these small bolts in here, and that way. Okay, that is next one. And then remember that there is not, these bolts, they are not very tight in there. This dog reference amount is quite small, only like 20. It is very weak. In there. And remember also this side, that side in here. That way. Next bolt. Okay, good. Then next bolt. Here. Okay, and then when I have pre-tightened all of these bolts, then we can continue quite soon. And I insert all of these bolts and then we continue. I take my dog things. Okay, soon we continue. Okay, and now all bolts are in position. And next I take my cut tool and I fasten in here that bolt in a little bit and then in here, like in side, and in here that way, and in here take this bolt, and then in here, like every side, and in here there is a little bit more that way, and then in this one. Good. Okay, and then I can fasten all of these bolts a little bit more, and through all bolts. Good. Okay, and then in this one works nicely. Good, and now when all bolts are fine, then I take my torque reference tool next. Okay, and then when I fasten these bolts, there is not much force. There is torque reference and only 20 Newton meters is this force. It is not much. 20 Newton meters. And all bolts must be in that amount. Next I a little bit move that here that we can see that what I am doing. I insert that in here, and then when we got here, when we here click, okay, now no any, right, there is no any click again. Okay, now it clicks 20. Okay, and 20 Newton meters. Okay, and all bolts we need to hear this click sound. And then when I have checked all of this through, we can continue. Okay, and then final part is to take cotton cloth and clean all of these extra dirties and this sealant gasket silicone away because they are harmful. Okay, and now it's better, good. Okay, and then next step is to add new gearbox, transmission gearbox oil and liquid in their inside. Okay, and then when I am planning to add this oil, gearbox oil, there is this oil drain in this part, and I take this measurement stick away, and we need in there about 2 gallons, 2 quarters, like or 1.8 liter this gearbox oil. This Toyota Camry, code is this GL4, or actually, sorry, this is wrong, this is not right. I need in here automatic gearbox oil, and it is like Dextron. Sorry, my mistake. We can check in this my measurement stick, because Toyota always insert in here this information. And when I open, there is Dextron, there is the comment, Dextron 2 level type gearbox oil. In that text there is a Dextron 2 automatic transmission oil in there. Okay, and then I start to insert it, and here is this my gearbox, automatic gearbox oil, and then I drain these things in their inside, and next we can see that. Okay, and this gearbox adding is a little bit difficult because there is a small hole, and in that hole I need to add 2 gallons this. Okay, it's not so easy. And carefully it goes in there. And this is difficult. Okay, and then when I have added in there 2 quarters, not 2 gallons, then this thing is ready. Okay, and I finish my job next. Okay, and then it's good to insert in here this clean cotton cloth, and here is this my oil stick, here is this keep, and then we look closer this scale, that what we can see in there, because this is really interesting. Because in here, when we look that scale, we can see that first there is text in here, that Dextron 2, and then we look closer. Okay, and now we have better view, and it's good to take clean cotton cloth and clean that stick, this area carefully, that measurement area. And there is this text in here, that Dextron 3 or 2, sorry, this is the minimum oil quality in here, and then we can see there is hot and cool, those points. Then I clean that a little bit, and that means that when we have those, we can see those small hills, or actually those deeps in here, dents. That it means that in this low first dent, it means that it is the minimum level in cool oil, and this upper area is the maximum level where we must have this oil level when this transmission is cool and it's cold, and it means that there is situation that there is no any driving in this car, and then this oil is in here. But then when motor is hot, we use different scale, what is that area, and there is comment hot. And then this third dent is the low, and the upper one is the max, and the OK level. And that's this oil level measurement is so complex in this automatic transmission cars, because we have two scales for hot engine and cold engine. And that's be carefully when you look those amounts, because if we have too much oil in our automatic transmission, then we have troubles, and it can make some issues. But now I check this my oil level again, and now I go to insert that my stick in my engine, and then we check that amount, that how much we have oil. Okay, and now finally I have added new automatic transmission liquid and oils, and everything should be fine, and then we go to test drive, and if everything is fine, work is well done. And thank you again for watching that video.